What's up everyone, Big Dan here, and in this video, we're going to explore 10 secret choices you probably didn't know you could make in Cyberpunk 2077. Number 1, go to the moon with Songbird. At the end of the Phantom Liberty DLC, if you sided with Songbird and ganked Reed at the spaceport, V will send our Netrunner baddie friend on a one-way trip to the moon. After buckling her into the passenger seat, we are directed to watch the ship take off from the observation deck. But what if V wants to tag along for the moon ride as well? V doesn't have Jeff Bezos money, so this might be our only shot. Well, if you hug yourself close to the door and wait for the ship to take off, we can actually cling on while Somi propels towards space. And hilariously, CDPR even added some voice lines with Johnny for players who attempt this.
Where are you heading north?
Just watch the show, Johnny.
Power activated. Hydrogen pressure sufficient for takeoff. T-minus 60 seconds. RS-25 main engine ignition.
Oh, fuck.
T-minus 50 seconds. Solid propellant engines burning. Spark igniters active.
And push.
T0
Yeah, so that basically ends exactly the way I expected. Number 2, betray Panam to Saul. Panam and the Aldecaldos hatch a plan to steal a basilisk to put their nomad clan back on the map. The only problem is the Aldecaldos' leader Saul is vehemently opposed to Panam's plan as he hopes to cut a deal with Biotechnica. So Panam goes behind Saul's back and rallies a small crew to take on the job. Usually this quest proceeds with you and the homies getting a fancy new tank for the nomads, but there is actually a secret ending to this quest if you decide to walk away before the job begins. If you reject Panam's request for help by saying you want no part in her plan, and instead approach Saul, you'll unlock an optional objective to snitch on Panam.
What is it exactly you've come to tell me?
Panam swayed Cassidy, Carol, and the others to help her grab the basilisk.
She will never learn. How many more have to die before she hangs it up? Stop scheming.
Panam's got good intent.
Panam has no idea what she's doing. The Raffins will not let up, and she wants to bring Militech down on our asses.
Doesn't look great, no.
Why have you come to me with this? I thought you'd be on her side.
Worried about Panam is all. Somehow. Always ahead of her thoughts.
So she doesn't see the consequences before it's too late. I appreciate you bringing this to me.
Panam is gonna be pissed.
It'll pass. And down the line, she'll see and admit you were right. I'll be in touch.
Whole area's waterlogged. Roads are blocked.
After roughly 24 hours, you'll receive a phone call from a very angry Panam.
How could you?
Glad you called?
Do you seriously not know? Or did you pull some other shit thing besides ratting me out to Saul?
You had a shit idea. Told you as much.
Right, yes. Thank you for your impeccable advice. Yet you might have stopped there and off instead of also planting a knife in my back.
How did Saul react?
He humiliated me in front of the clan. He made me look like an idiot. Cassidy, Mitch, Carol, we're all lepers. No one will talk to us. Are you pleased?
Sure you're not being a little dramatic?
Do you know what, V? F you.
So yeah, you permanently burn the bridge with Panam if you take this route. But the silver lining is eventually Saul will text you and give you a free car, a pretty sick whip all things considered, and it only cost us everything. But hey, you know the saying, autos before hoes. Number 3, save Bill Jablonsky. After completing life during wartime, Wakaka will contact V with a rather strange assassination contract. A man named Bill Jablonsky wants us to help him track down his wife's killer, Joshua Stevenson. This quest will typically end in Bill's death during a scripted confrontation with an NCPD officer, but there is actually a way to save Bill's life at the expense of the whole quest line. If you simply fail to pursue the police cruiser, then you will fail the quest, leading to a certified crash out from old Bill.
Gun! Got away! Beat it! Get the f*** out! You're useless!
After botching the job, you'll receive a text from Bill saying, "F***, and here I thought I hired a pro. Now a freaking murderer's at large and I had to ditch this city. Neither you or Okada are getting an any out of me." If you try to call Bill, he will not pick up the phone, but his hololog is an NUSA flag, which is a nice little detail considering the vast majority of players will never see this outcome. Number 4, fail the date with Rogue. During Johnny Silverhand's questline in Act 3, V has the opportunity to help the digitized rocker boy reconnect with his old flame by taking Rogue out to a movie. Usually this quest involves us turning over our body to Johnny while he tries to put the moves on the Queen of the Afterlife. But what happens if you just completely flee the scene and leave Rogue hanging? In this case, you will fail the quest and wake up to an angry text message from Rogue. That's the last time I ever let Johnny Silverhand stand me up, or maybe that thing with the movies was all just a practical joke from the get-go. Hope you two had a good laugh at my expense. Don't let me see or hear from you ever again. Despite Rogue's insistence on not speaking to her again, you can still call and talk to her about her normal dialogue options, or show up in person and have the same conversations. Talk about mixed signals. However, if you fail blistering love by abandoning Rogue during the date, you will not be able to do the ending with Johnny and Rogue. Interestingly, you'll still be able to do the secret ending with Johnny, assuming you unlocked it by choosing the correct dialogue options during chipping in. Number 5, bail on Ozob. During the quest Send in the Clowns, V takes an interesting Uber job for a peculiar clown with a grenade on his nose. At the end of the quest, Ozob will start a gunfight with a group of Tiger Claws and Watson, prompting V to join him in the pandemonium. But if you flee the scene after Ozob starts blasting on the Tiger Claws, then you will fail the quest and get a very angry text from the unhinged clown. Nice work, V, and by nice, I mean a travesty. I'll make sure folks in the city hear about it. Hilariously, the zone outside Misty's will be permanently marked as a hostile zone for the rest of the game, even though the gang members and Ozob will no longer be there. Number 6, fail the entire Phantom Liberty DLC. After the NUSA president's plane goes down in Dogtown, V has to rush to the scene of the crash to rescue her. But if you run away from the scene instead, then Songbird will let you know that President Myers died in the aftermath, causing you to fail the entire main quest of the DLC.
Hey, what the hell are you doing? Get to the crash site, now! Mother...
What?
Congrats, V. You just killed Rosalind Myers and the NUSA.
What the hell are you spewing, Songbird?
You had one job. Get to the plane, save her. You failed. You killed her, as if you pulled the trigger yourself. Pray we don't meet again, and I mean ever.
Still with us?
What happened?
Your presidential rescue op. Miserable failure. Honestly, though, good f***ing riddance.
Okay. So now what?
Huh. We go on living. Start by finding us a drink.
Imagine dropping $30 on a DLC and then just immediately failing the main quest for the whole project. That would be a real gonk move, huh? Number 7, breaking into the Us Cracks concert without Kerry. During Kerry Eurodyne's questline, the unhinged rocker asks us to help him stick it to a group of K-pop idols who have been covering one of his songs.
Some people in this town, they've gone completely whacked.
At one point, Kerry will ask us to back him up as he sneaks into a concert venue and threatens the girls with his sidearm. One way to get into the venue is to shoot down a ladder and climb through the fire escape on the side of the building. However, if you have reinforced tendons, you can double jump onto the balcony and enter the building without helping Kerry. If you do this, you'll unlock some unique dialogue with a not too happy Kerry Eurodyne.
Great. Thanks for nothing, partner. Up, I know. But you're in now. Yeah, because I told him who the hell I was. Better start trying harder. Up less.
At this point, the quest proceeds as normal, but it's a cool little detail that CDPR added, anticipating that some of us would leave Kerry hanging. Number 8, failing boat drinks. And speaking of leaving Kerry hanging, did you know that you can fail Kerry's personal quest where you and him trash his manager's boat? If you bail off the boat at some point during this scenario, you'll fail the entire quest and get this text message from Kerry. Preem, thanks for abandoning me, but whatevs, I'll manage. Are you picking up on a theme here? Running away has some hilarious and interesting consequences in Cyberpunk 2077. Number 9, don't intervene in the diner robbery. During the side quest, Ezekiel on the Wheel, V will get caught up in a diner robbery in 6th Street territory. Usually, this quest will end with a direct confrontation with the robbers, who can be persuaded to back down with a dialogue check or money. But what happens if you choose not to intervene at all? Well, in this case, they'll eventually open fire on you, forcing you to kill them, and effectively getting no reward from the pissed-off diner owner.
All the years I've been running this place, nothing like... They're all dead. Worth it just to save a couple of eddies? Get out! Get out already!
Bro, what do you mean? I just wanted some iced coffee. It was self-defense, dude. Number 10, Riz Woodman with high intelligence. During the quest Automatic Love, V has to track down the whereabouts of Evelyn Parker, who disappeared from Clouds. After doing some investigating, we eventually come face to face with the club manager Woodman. Usually this conversation will end in violence, but there are a few ways to talk your way into getting the details you need, and one of these options is open for a high intelligence build. If you have a high intelligence score, and you discover that a Netrunner attacked Clouds by reading the emails in their security office, and you manage to reach Woodman's office without getting into open combat, then you will have an opportunity to cut a deal with Woodman. V will propose helping Clouds with their net security in exchange for information on Evelyn.
Know you guys got hit by a runner a while back. I can make sure that never happens again.
That's so. Let's hear it then.
Tit for tat. Want to be net secure? You're gonna help me find Evelyn first. That's the only way this is gonna work.
All right, fine. I'll lay it on you straight. Girl you're looking for, Parker? She ain't here.
This you talking it out straight? What happened to Evelyn?
Got an order from up high to recycle her.
You killed her?
No. I found a ripperdoc who was willing to take a look. Goes by fingers. Clinic's in some godforsaken alley up on Jig Street. Want to find Evelyn? Look there. Now, you do your end. How do we board up against hacks?
You'll need soft that'll isolate chip and implant receptor layers from Cloud's subnet. At the same time, it'll keep track of and block any attempts to modify the core on the go.
Now in human rather than machine.
Need Smart Eye. Latest version.
Smart Eye. Got it. And don't come back here. Ever. While you're at it, take the elevator. Quicker you're out of here, the better.
If you don't honor your arrangement with Woodman after he reveals the info on Evelyn, then he'll attack and you'll be forced to take him down. But otherwise, he will allow you to walk away unscathed. So there you have it. We've explored 10 secret choices you probably didn't expect in Cyberpunk 2077. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to Big Dan Gaming for more Cyberpunk and RPG videos. Big shout out to all the channel members for supporting my content. Until next time, this has been Big Dan. I should go.